NASCAR world, Justin Allgaier. You actually won your first micro race at Jacksonville, and you get to hop into a relatively similar car, especially compared to what you do nowadays. And I mentioned here tonight the Chilliwack Nationals for your prelim. Are you ready to rock?
I'm ready to go. You know, I don't get to run the midget nearly as much as I used to. I made a promise to my wife a couple of years ago that Chilliwack would kind of be my only open wheel adventure for the year. I still get to run my dirt modified. I've run it quite a few times at Jacksonville as well. But you know, at the end of the day, Chilliwack's kind of it. And I enjoy this race. You know, this race is such a neat event because not only is it guys that I grew up racing with at Jacksonville, but it's all forms of motorsports, all over the country, all over the world. And you know, I'm never as good as I want to be whenever I leave here, but I do enjoy, you know, really trying to push myself to be better each and every time I come back.
You've got a very interesting cast of teams. You've got Jesse Caldwell, Power Ride National Midget Champion, James Davison, who's been very successful in sports cars, drives Indy cars, going to compete in his first Daytona 500 as well. Austin Langenstein, who does sports cars, big block modifieds, about anything. And then you yourself, a very wide cast of characters here, a lot of different backgrounds that come together for Chilliwack for Fully and Reynolds.
Well, we always have, drivers always have big personalities, I would say, and we got the full gamut of personalities whenever it comes to this trailer, which has made it fun. But you know, I've had three great teammates this week, and obviously Flea and Steve, what they've built here as a race team. You know, obviously for them, this has been super important to get this up and going, and the race cars are fantastic. You know, we had our own Team Ripper up until last year. We actually, Flea had a customer that wanted the car to come to Chilliwack, and so we made a deal that I ended up driving one of their cars, and we sold our car. So it made it nice to kind of keep that group of cars growing and more and more of them here at the Chilliwack. I think I've seen more Team Ripper cars here than I've ever seen this year, which is really good for all of us. And you know, I think strength in numbers. You know, I think that's the biggest part of when it comes to time to come to Chilliwack. The more cars you got running, the more people you have to lean on. You know, we've gone all over some of the notes from what our other team guys have done all week and what the track conditions have been. And, you know, that makes a big difference. You know, as little experience as I get in the course of a season, having the best possible car that you can on the racetrack every time is a big deal. So Flea's done a great job, and these guys are so much fun to hang out with. You never come to a Chilliwack week and leave here, especially with this group, and you've had a bad time. Even if the results don't show it, you still had a great time.
Like your Trina Motorsports Xfinity teammate, Noah Gregson, so him hanging out here. He might be breaking one of the dirt track rules, but he is still here. You're going to try to get him into one of these midgets here sometime soon, or playing around on dirt?
I tried, and he said, "Oh man, I don't want to come here for the first time and race." So I said, well, we'll find you a racetrack. I think Jacksonville would be a good starter track. So maybe we'll have to work on getting a test session set up. But you know, we got a lot of folks actually here from Junior Motorsports this week that came and hang out and kind of enjoy this week. I mean, it's definitely, we got a lot of open wheel fans at our shop and guys that have been involved in it. I've got some racers at our shop, so that's really cool. And then obviously Carson Elledge, being my boss lady, Miss Kelly Earnhardt. It's Kelly Earnhardt Miller. It's her daughter, and so you know, having that relationship as well. You know, having that many people from Junior Motorsports kind of be a part of this, it really is cool.
As a kid who grew up in Central Illinois running short tracks, to get to run probably your only real big dirt short track race of the year, especially here on this magnitude, what's it mean to you to get to come back and run an event like this?
360 plus cars of all forms of motorsports in one place. I mean, that's just, there's nothing like it. And I tell people all the time, if you get to one race a year, this one definitely needs to be on a bucket list because it is truly unique. I tell people all the time, you know, go support your local Friday and Saturday night racetracks because that's really what makes this race able to happen. But two, I think that, you know, sometimes having that special event and seeing, you know, everybody and this race really ignites a fire for people to go back home on a regular basis and watch those Friday and Saturday night races. So, you know, I grew up going to Jacksonville on a weekly basis. I know what my love for it is, but sometimes the biggest challenge is getting people to walk through the gates for the first time and go watch the first race. I promise you, they do it the first time and they're hooked. And I believe in my mind that everybody that's watching this film, that's part of the Jacksonville Facebook page, or if they're seeing this, they understand the magnitude of what dirt racing has become and how much fun it is on a weekly basis. And that's why, you know, I still get to go around my modified as much as I can. I do that for good reason. I still love the sport and I still love what we do. And makes a big difference.
He is every definition of a racer. That's Riverton's Justin Allgaier competing tonight here at the Chili Bowl Nationals.